Hi,
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Nice to meet you. It's really cool to see you interview all these people. I was writing down the name of that Paris book. It's on my queue now. So
Oh, good.
thanks
I'm
for all
so
you're
glad.
doing here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like if I can just help get exposure to people about some of these great books that are coming out when there's no bookstore right now that you can go out and like browse through, that's the least I can do. So,
Oh,
yeah,
so cool.
I'm glad it spoke to you. Meanwhile, I feel like I've watched your yoga videos from like
Oh,
that very
really?
same place and like it's
Oh
so
my
cool to
gosh.
just see you sitting on like by the couch now and
This is the yoga studio here.
that's
Well, you know how it is. There's this view, there's the other view
yes,
away.
yes.
You have like your couple options that are possible in all of our apartments or wherever we are.
Well, I feel
So
like you've adapted so well to this whole,
I don't
you know,
know.
you don't think so?
Yeah,
I feel like even from the beginning, you even the day after I went into where we are, sort of quarantine, whatever. You and your husband wrote that like did that heartfelt talking about anxiety, and it was like I was in the room with you. It's like
oh
it was
my
great.
gosh.
So
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel like for me, I know I feel better when I'm with people. And, even though we're behind the screens, it can be the same thing in so many ways. So it's just, yeah, I have to do something outward in order to feel better inward, if that makes sense. So,
yeah.
yeah, my first thought with the pandemic was, okay, I need to do yoga and I need to do yoga with people. I don't care if anybody comes. It's not really a promotion. It's just every day at 8 o'clock Eastern time. I'll be there if anybody wants to join. That's cool. If not, I'll just be there by myself. So, but yeah, it's been nice to just connect with people in this way, and I'm learning a lot, which is cool about lots of different things. So thanks for doing this. Now I can learn lots of cool new books that I probably wouldn't have discovered in other ways that you discover things. So
Oh, no
thank
problem.
you.
There you go. And I love how your whole approach to yoga is like it's not just for yoga aficionados that you sort of went
Ugh.
into founding Australia Yoga as like yoga for everyone, really, not the people who feel left out because they can't do all these crazy moves or they don't know the lingo necessarily, and how you just felt like in your heart you were just going to bring it to everyone else. That's so great. I mean,
Well, that was my whole experience with yoga. I thought I was going to dance, and that was my whole life. And my ballet teacher brought yoga into our program, which this was the 90s. So it was still, I know yoga's old and all of that, but in the 90s, it really wasn't popular. A lot of the people that come to our trainings, they weren't even born in the 90s. And they're like, what's that? Like 90210, we saw the rerun. So, but yeah, I just thought this is so cool. This is a practice I want to keep with me through my life to feel better and to connect with myself. And then my second thought was, why don't all my friends do this? And then I would ask my friends, why don't you do yoga? Oh, I feel like I can't touch my toes. All of the same misconceptions that are really the reality of how yoga can be such a intimidating and a turn off. So I said, okay, maybe I can share a little bit. And then it just, as things do, it takes over your life. So never planned on it, but it makes me feel good to be able to do something that's healthy for myself and share too. So
and
yeah.
you've written multiple books on this topic, and now you've like been the yoga consultant on this National Geographic kids yoga book, which is
Oh
so
my God.
great. This animal poses and relating sort of the animal world to yoga and making it so accessible for a new generation as well.
Oh gosh. Yeah. I mean, National Geographic who's not a fan of them? And when they emailed me about this, and I literally thought it was a joke, I deleted the email twice. When good things come into your inbox, you're like, no, they must be talking about somebody else or must have got to the wrong place. But no, they asked me to, kind of be part of it and write the foreword and helped, make the language of the movements and the poses a little more simple. And, I'm totally up for that, especially with yoga for anybody, but especially kids. I wouldn't want them to feel like, you need to tuck your tummy in here, or you need to, squeeze your muscles in a certain way. Anything I can do to not let any of those sort of negative issues come up that we can, find in yoga and find in ourselves that sort of come out in yoga these days. So I said, okay, let's do it. So I'm really happy to get to be a part of it.
Did you get to pick any of the pictures or anything, or have any? No.
Not really with the photo. I mean, I got to see them, and I got to kind of arrange them we did this kind of like standing to relaxing. So they had the animals in mind, and it was sort of cool because it's not so literal. Like, well, I guess dog is, a downward dog, and that's pretty obvious. But, things like a gorilla, banging their chest. I'm like, oh, well, a gorilla also, comes in a nice kind of forward bend. So kind of use some inspiration from what the animals were doing naturally and then kind of work that into some more familiar yoga moves. So it was fun.
Do you have a copy to hold up?
Oh yeah. I guess it'll be backwards or whatever, but
oh yeah, that's okay.
We get the pictures are really pretty though. I mean, we have a 3-year-old and she's just, she'll see the pictures of the pose. I mean, there's a picture of a little kid doing them with all of them too. So she'll look at the animal and she'll do like different ones, like exactly the animal's doing. And then she'll look at the kid and see it as something a little bit different and then do that too. So yeah,
someone in the comments is asking what age is what age for kids do you think this book is perfect for? Like, what's the target?
Yeah, I mean, I think their idea of it is pretty wide. So I think kind of toddlers to, maybe that tween age year. I'm not sure what age that is, but anything where you're kind of looking at pictures and seeing things and doing things. But there is beautiful poetry. I mean, with Daisy, she's 3. We're not like, sometimes we sit down and we read, obviously like bedtime, she has more attention span. But for this, we just look at the picture and she's like, ah! And she does the move. So I think different ages probably get more different things out of it. But we have a friend who has a 1-year-old and she kind of crawls along and looks at the pictures and, so I think it has a broader age group than maybe some books that are more specific to very specific ages. But yeah, it's fun for everybody. I mean, even for me and for Mike kind of looking at it going, oh, the giraffe, like it is really reaching up tall. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's true. No, my kids loved it, particularly my younger kids. They're 5.5 and almost 7. So
oh, wow. Okay.
I feel like that was a good, my tweens are almost 13 and I think they're like over it.
Over it, yeah. Not cool enough. I'm doing yoga with my own YouTube channel.
Exactly.
Like oh my gosh, you're going to need to tell me all the advice because we're taking it day by day over here.
Yeah, I still don't know what comes next. I mean, my son is finishing school soon. I'm like, what do you want to do until like if camp even starts? And he's like, I'm going to be a YouTuber. And I'm like, no,
oh my gosh.
No, you are not. No, you're not going to become a YouTuber. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my gosh,
but yeah,
amazing.
One day at a time is how you'll probably take it then too.
So yeah. Oh my gosh.
Well, oh my gosh, these 10 minutes went by in like 2 seconds. Well, hopefully we can do a longer interview at some point. I'd love to talk about your other books too.
Sure.
The ones for, grown-ups and
oh my gosh. Well, I joke with Mike because every book that I've been a part of so far has pictures in them, pictures of yoga and things like this. Like someday I'll write a book with no pictures.
I don't know. My kids say those are the worst books ever. They're like, oh, you're reading another book with no pictures. So I don't know. Maybe you're on to something.
Maybe, yeah, it's good.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thanks for coming on, and thanks for having your book coming into our lives. Has put my kids in all sorts of positions. So
oh my gosh. Of
your
course,
direct influence.
Cool. Yeah. Hopefully we can chat soon. I'm around and available as we all are now. So.
Okay. Perfect.
Anytime.
All right. I'll follow up. Okay.
Okay. Thanks
all right.
so much.
Bye, Tara. Thanks so much. Okay. Bye.